Another week, another story to tell. We're back with stories from the past. Let's pick one. Backyard Brawl 2022. Let's talk about this one right here. There's probably not a more heated, passionate rivalry than the Backyard Brawl. I know that's a bold statement, a hot take. There's a lot of really good rivalries across the country, but I'm telling you, when you get up there in Morgantown and around Pittsburgh, these two schools hate each other. I was really glad I got a chance to be a part of this at least one time, and it didn't disappoint. It was a great game at Acrisure Stadium. Who really calls it that? Heinz Field, home of the Steelers. All right, behind the scenes a little bit. So we make the drive up to Pittsburgh, just a short hour drive, a little bit over from Morgantown, bringing our whole entire content creative operation for this huge renewal of the rivalry that hadn't been played in 14 years or something like that. We get up there about 6 hours before kickoff, plenty of time for the reason of this story right here. So this game was on a Thursday to kick the season off. You had college game day there. You had all the hoopla surrounding the game. So the creative unit from athletics that came up on game day parked right downtown. We were gonna have a little pregame meal with all the content team right outside of the stadium, a nice little area. Got together, talked a little bit through the content plan. And as we were leaving, half of our group was like, where's our car? Where did we park at? And come to find out, they were parking in a place that started to tow as the game approached, and sure enough, two of our cars with all of the athletics creative equipment in the back seat of it got towed. What a ridiculous series of events that set off, having to track down the cars, get them unimpounded, get all of our gear, and get there right before kickoff in one of the biggest games of the season to kick off the 22 season. Another fun story surrounding this game was our viral uniform reveal. It happened earlier in the summer, but it was still crazy that it had over 3 million impressions of us hiding in the middle of the woods. Yes, it seems like that, but it's really the busiest part of Morgantown, going out to Cooper's Rock. We thought it'd be a great backdrop to reveal this brand new set of uniforms that were the Cute Country Roads uniforms. Kristen did such a great job of designing them, and we wanted to make sure the rollout was just as grand. So that's why we're covering it up with a blanket. Yes, that's a Missouri blanket. It's Devin's out of the back of her car. Anything we could do to hide the fact that these were brand new uniforms and no one was supposed to see them until later on West Virginia Day. We were gonna roll this out a couple months to kick off, to build up the hype around the Backyard Brawl returning. The game didn't finish the way that we wanted it to, but it came all the way down to the final possession. That was an intense atmosphere all the way around the stadium. Kind of the lower bowl was all Pittsburgh fans. All of the upper deck was all West Virginia fans. It was quite the divide. When Sweet Caroline came on, both sides had their moment of saying it the way that their fan base sings it. It was pretty crazy to see it so split and so neutral in the opposing team's town, or as we like to say, their neighborhood.